From Parks and Rec to Tiger King to commercials for State Farm to John Krasinski's Some Good News, self-filming is kind of the reality for video production right now. And I'm in the same boat. I'm trying to figure out how to make self-filming rigs for documentary subjects for a project that I'm working on where I can't travel to see these people right now. I landed on this sort of rig that I'm actually putting together a bunch to ship out right now. And so while I put those together, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about what makes a good cell phone filming rig. So cell phones are awesome tools now, even just by themselves. The cameras are so much better than they used to be. We put together these little rigs to equip our documentary subjects with some tools that are going to just help them capture and tell their story. And I'm hoping to get in slightly higher quality source footage for when we end up cutting this documentary together. So the core of a cell phone filming rig is definitely stability. With a tiny light little phone that you're dangling around with one hand, it's gonna get really shaky really fast. And so that's why we got a little Manfrotto tripod with a ball head if you just want to set the camera down. And then I've got this grip attached to it here that also doubles as the clip for the phone. And this has some really nice weight to it. That extra weight just eliminates some of those micro jitters from the camera being just too light. And so I really like this little product. It even has a little level built into it, or you can screw off this little part and you're left with just the basic clip. That's kind of stripped down mode. And this is not really that much bigger than just your phone, and you can throw this in your bag. Adding a good microphone to these phones was the first thing I wanted to do because while bad video is excusable, bad audio can really ruin a project. With the samples I was getting in from the field, there was a lot of wind noise, and I was just not happy with the level of sound quality we were getting from the field. With a dedicated microphone and a windscreen to eliminate wind noise, I'm very optimistic about getting improved audio quality from the field. I've got the appropriate adapters because welcome to our reality without the headphone jack, without a microphone jack on most phones. Now, what I'm seeing from a lot of productions at home, a lot of people are using ring lights that sit on your table, go around the phone, that kind of thing. That would have been my first choice, but because of budget, because of trying to fit it in a case for shipping at the appropriate size, and just generally, I wanted my subjects to be able to be mobile. This thing is tiny, it clips onto the phone. It adds just a little bit of light back into the face. It's not gonna work in a completely dark room to illuminate the whole thing, but if you're taking selfie video, this thing is gonna make a big difference since phones across the board struggle in low light. Now, some of our subjects have phones that they're already gonna use. Some wanted phones specifically for this. We chose iPhones just because my whole team uses iPhones, and honestly, they're just quicker to set up. And while I'm not the authority on iPhone versus Android camera quality, all of these other productions are shipping out iPhones too, so I think there's just something to them being the right fit for users who don't want to spend a lot of time capturing their footage. And this kit all fits in this really convenient little zipper case from Lowepro. It's got some nice padding. It's got a couple dividers inside so that everything just fits in there, ships really nicely. This will definitely get the job done, give a little bit of protection and kind of a home base for this equipment when the users aren't using it in the field. So I'm finally wrapping up putting the kits together. I got these phone cases in. That was the last missing piece. I'm actually going ahead and I'm setting up these phones that we're sending out to people. I've set them up on an iCloud ID that I set up so I can manage all three of these devices. And I've also already putting Dropbox on there so that anything that goes into their camera roll actually goes right onto the Dropbox app, which then I have access to download and send to our editor. I'm also going ahead and labeling and tagging all of our devices. I have good old label maker. I've also got this little sticker book from moo.com. I'm also shooting a quick start video for all of my users, and we're scheduling one-on-one video calls with them so that we make sure we get everything set up. So I will leave links to all these parts down below. Best of luck in your self-filming endeavors, and I'll see you in the next one.
All right, Drew, do your magic.